you're sort of like talking about this superhero fatigue, right? So DCU and the MCU seem to be in like the same spot as a whole for the first time in like 10 years, if not more, like 15 years. Like, and so now it's like opening up bigger conversations about like, is this the optimal time for the DCU, or is it
You're right.
bad?
It's really interesting because at a time when DC movies are barely making back their budgets at the box office, the MCU is struggling to put up good numbers too. So everybody's asking the question, like, is superhero fatigue real? Which I think that superhero fatigue is real in some ways, in the sense that because we're getting a lot of subpar projects, people are getting tired of subpar projects. If everything was hitting it out of the park, like if every movie was like the Batman, or if every movie was like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, or, then everybody would love it. Like, or if Miss Marvel and WandaVision was the kind of standard that we were getting from every show, or if Doom Patrol, which is a fantastic DC show on HBO Max or Max, if that was the quality we were getting from everything, I think people would be into it. The problem seems to be that right now we're getting a lot of quantity, but we're just not getting the quality. And so what I worry about with the DCU, that's going to be a whole new rebooted version of DC, is that if they come out the gates with Superman Legacy in 2025, and that movie ends up being something that underperforms, that doesn't deliver on expectations, which will be very high, then I think that might kill like the new DCU in the crib. Like, and that's why the question that I've been wondering is superhero fatigue gonna kill the new DCU in the womb before it even takes off? Because, for example, the Blue Beetle's coming out in a month. And so in August, Blue Beetle is meant to be the first DCU character, but supposedly that movie's not going to count in the new DCU.
But also from the trailer, it's giving Marvel. Did you feel the same way?
It's a little bit, but like honestly, that for a DC movie feels refreshing to me, because I really like it's the Latino the family, and I like the family overtones. I was actually laughing really hard in the second trailer when like the grandma grabs the huge bazooka gun, and then
actually I
and Jaime's like, mama, like, and then she just, I'm like, okay, I'm in for that kind of stuff, because it's like the movie hopefully will have fun with it, so it won't take itself too seriously. Because like I said, like,
I think that's kind of where DC goes, and that's really one of the primary differences between DC and Marvel, right? Is that DC, the characters are darker, their character arcs are darker, the villains are darker, it's supposed to be a little bit more real, it's supposed to be a little less hopeful. This feels very much like a Marvel take on Blue Beetle, which is interesting. So we'll see. It'll be a good movie, but will it be too Marvel-y?
Yeah, I hope not, because I would say that there's no such thing as too Marvel-y as long as you're telling a good story. Because if it's too campy and that's all it is, then it's not going to be a good movie. But if it is a fun, heartfelt story that also happens to be funny and self-aware, then I think we will be fine. Because Blue Beetle, if the Latino community comes out to support it and it has a good word of mouth, it could do what Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse did, which is it had a decent opening, but then people kept coming back to watch it. And so over time, it kept doing better and better. And I think it made like $500 million, which is fantastic for a movie that had a budget of $100 million. So I sincerely hope that this new DCU doesn't, get killed off before it even starts because of superhero fatigue. But ultimately, it will depend on quality. I think as long as they're telling quality stories, they're telling hopeful stories, because I think the world is looking for optimism today in their movies and what they enjoy at the box office or at home. And I don't think we are in a place where people want to see dark, dreary futures. They want to see something that's light, that's engaging them, that's heartfelt. And that's why Top Gun Maverick and Barbie are doing so well, because those movies are giving you something where you get to escape the day-to-day,
which is what good storytelling is supposed to be, right? Like whether or not it's a novel or whether or not it's a film, it's supposed to sort of like take you out and make you think and absorb somebody else's universe. So I mean, with that being said, how are you guys feeling about Blue Beetle? Let us know. We definitely want to see what you guys are thinking about the MCU and DCU reboots. So remember to comment, share, like,
hit the like button.
All those things.